I can't say that growing up, I had it all together. My uncle took care of me. He is the best uncle ever. Uncle Jojo Uko. He's my favorite uncle. And then I have this rich uncle. I should not mention them, but I don't think they'll watch this. Huh? I hope if they watch, then I don't know. Then I have this very good uncle of mine, Uncle Ogoma. Yeah, that uncle is very rich. Huh? Uncle Wagari Kubwa. We all have that uncle was a very big car. Huh? Uncle Wagari Kubwa. Huh? And what really helped me, I'm starting to be comfortable. What really helped me as an orphan, even though I lacked parents, is that I never lacked inspiration. I'll give an example. My uncles, let me just talk about uncle. I love all of them. I don't know, I'll start with who, but let me start with Uncle Uko. Uncle Uko, he took me when I was very young. When I didn't even know he was my uncle, and he accepted me. I was very stubborn when I was young, very, very stubborn. Let me tell you, taking care of an orphan, you need God. Yeah, I could see it. I could see him get tired, but he never showed me he was tired. I was very stubborn, but he pressed harder. He doesn't even have a job. He didn't have a job, but he took me and said, Naboth, I'll help you. I went to primary school, and up to now, he's never been bothered by fees. Not because it hasn't been there, but in a way, fees came through. You see that? Uncle taught me something. Uncle taught me to be a go-getter. Like Diamond Platinum, go-getter. Have you watched that go-getter? I'm a go-getter. My uncle taught me how... Uncle Jojo Uko taught me something that was very, very important. Uncle George taught me how to be a go-getter. And I was telling you of how... Go-getter. Yeah, I'm a go-getter. Anything I want, I go-get. So, Diamond Platinums, big up to Diamond Platinums fans, big up. So my uncle taught me how to be a go-getter. Everything I want, I go-get. Yeah. So, he taught me, Naboth, that everything you want, you can access it. You have to go for it. And it is something that no one ever taught me. He taught me, Naboth, you need this, go and get it. Go and get it. I'ma go anything I go get it. And so I've always grown with the mentality of being a go-getter. I'm a go-getter. Huh? And my uncle Ogoma taught me how to think big. I'm telling you, you can sit with Uncle Ogoma and feel like you can be rich tomorrow. Wow. My uncle, and actually there's this thing about him. Huh? Uncle, he has money. Let me tell you, that guy has money. That man has money. Money is not the problem. Huh? But for him to give you that money, he wants you to convince him that you deserve that money. And that is something that he taught me when I was very young. I remember when I was very young, my first time to get into a car was when I was in class 8. And, no, I think class 6. I'm sorry, class 6. And there was a funeral at home. And Uncle came home for the funeral and he had a car. I had never been in a car before. I didn't know how it feels like being in a car. And I was like, this man has a car. And he calls me Nabo. And up to now, I love, by the people who call me Nabo have a special place in my heart. So he called, Nabo, you can have a car. You can have a car bigger than this mine. And he has... That man blessed me. He didn't know that he was placing a vision inside me. So I was an orphan. Yes, I didn't have a father. Yet, yes, I didn't have a mother. Yes, I know that financial heaviness was not there. I was not that, the money was not there. But I never lacked inspirations. I can attest that where I come from, I have got the best fathers. They may not give you money, but they give you inspiration. My uncles have been an inspiration to me. How they work hard. Those guys work hard, my friend, Doris. They work so hard that when you see, you are inspired. And so these uncles of mine have really been That of course, as I grew, I got other inspirations, but the primary foundation that I got in life were my uncles. I really love them deep from my heart. Deep from my heart. Uncle Goma, Uncle Uko. Those guys, I really love them deep from my heart because they inspired me. They would have given me money and told me number to go to school. And I know at certain point people we disagree here and there. It's family have all those things, and mostly was because I felt I was an orphan. I felt I was being neglected. But then I come to realize that everyone goes through tough moments. Even them, they have families to take care of. They have their own children. They have their grandchildren to take care of. And sometimes as an orphan, you feel like you want to be the center of attention because you've never been a center of attention anywhere.
Yeah.
And you forget that the people who are loving you also have people who feel like they also want to be the center of attention. And the moment I realized this, I felt like just going back to them and hugging all of them. You see, and up to now, every time I talk to them on phone, I tell them I love you. And of course, you're not telling an African parent I love you. They won't tell you I love you back. They'll just say, Uncle, I love you. But what orphans need is not money. It's not clothes. They need inspiration. Money goes with time. Inspiration stays. They've inspired me up to this moment. I have managed to see what I want. Even though I don't qualify for it, I will find my way to it because they inspired me. I had two uncles. The truth is that this other uncle is very, very rich. Honestly, very rich. And I'm not, richness is not all about having this. He's rich in heart. He's wise. Sitting with my uncle, you'll get out of there with wisdom. The only thing he'll give you is from the first sentence to the last one, wisdom. All of them, Uncle George, very hardworking. Very, very hardworking. When we were young, he was refurnishing his main home, and he was supposed to add ceiling boards. And adding ceiling boards, you need to hire a fundi. Yeah. And he was like, no, why should we hire a fundi yet you are here? Come. I didn't know how to do it, and I was really stubborn in doing it because I don't know, the hammer, you don't know how to aim the nail. Yeah. So as you try to hit it, you hit your hands, and you're like, and he's like, no, go back and do it, go back and do it. And he was like, no, why should we go to the shop to buy fish? We made a fish pond, and so in the fish pond, we use hooks to catch fish. And so this day we've struggled so hard to catch fish. We've struggled so hard to catch, and we are just catching this small fish. And then at this point we catch a very, very big fish. And now as I'm going to hold this fish, they're slippery, yeah? The fish slippers and goes back to the water. What? And goes like, Omera! He was so much angry, yeah? There are many days I disappointed him. I gave him a reason not to love me. I was weak. But he never gave up on me. He continued loving me. He continued inspiring me. I've been inspired by him in many ways. He may have not had the best M-Pesa statement, yeah? But he never failed to dispense wisdom in me. He always had, he always called me Naboth Bianeka. Bianeka is a low word to mean kuja hapa. Bianeka. Naboth Bianeka. And we could sit and he could advise me for 1 hour. The first advice, I was not listening. My mind was like, he called me again and he used to advise me. He never gave up on me. And those inspirations have made me go up to today. So, I am an orphan. I've gone through tough moments. I've been alone. I've felt neglected. I've had insecurities, but I never lacked inspiration. I had inspiration, and I focus on the inspiration. I know there are many orphans out there, and I know that person you love never loved you back. I know that girlfriend doesn't understand you, and I know you really love this pretty light-skinned lady, short. I love short ladies, short and light-skinned. and she knows how to smile, but you don't have the money to maintain her. I know. But actually, I've been there before. I've had a beautiful lady love me, and how can I take? Love is mapenzi iko hapo manze, lakini sasa kubless them imenishinda manze. It is so hard. I've been there before, and I know how it feels like being misrepresented, being in the midst of a family, and a family taking care of you. They think they're giving you all you need, but deep down there is something you feel you lack, but you don't even know what are you lacking. It's sijui niseme aje. Unaona, yani au hii kitu iko ndani yako, unanifeel na ujui explain aje. It is inside you. You can't explain it, but you're feeling this space inside you. I feel you, I feel you. What made me to grow past all those was I got inspiration. And that was the primary inspiration. I had many other inspirations, but that one was the primary inspiration.
Wow, that is deep inside. The neglect, the only... But sometimes the neglect, the insecurities, the lack, it floods their mind.
Yeah, sometimes it speaks louder than the good things that we've been through. You forget that this woman may be rude to you, but when you had no roof over your head, you slept at her house. When you didn't have something to eat, she gave you food. And sometimes she quarreled and ensured you ate. Have you eaten? Go and eat faster. Yes, she's being rude to you, but can't you see? She cares you eat. That's how I see life. I told you I'm a happy man. I choose to see the good side of life. Honestly speaking, it is true. I have disagreed many times with my aunt. Many times. There are things I've told her that I felt I should have never uttered. I was like, why did I say this to her? And the things she said, and I was like, what? Why me? But in the core, I understood that she loved me and she cared. And that thing opened my eyes. And up to now, I don't view her how I used to view her before. Because I know that even though we disagreed, even though there are points I felt she didn't love me, even though at point I felt like I just don't want to sit with her, one thing that is common, we cared about each other. By that, I care about her. When she's sick, I feel bad. When my aunt is sick, I feel bad. When my uncle is sick, I feel bad. Because I care. I love, at the core, I love them. Yeah.
Now, as you were talking, I remembered I have interacted with, or rather, I have witnessed a case where parents took in a child in a similar situation, and she grew up well. But then it is okay to have the feelings you have said, the insecurities.
Yeah, it's okay. We all feel them.
Yeah, people feel them. Yes. But for her, she like took it negatively, and she completely felt unloved and neglected and all.
I felt that too. At one point, I felt that.
It completely flooded her head and her side, and she chose to elope.
What's the meaning of elope?
She chose to run away from where she was being brought up, and that is after she completed her Home for Education, even before she took her certificate from the school.
What?
Like she grew rebellious.
I even write that in my ebook, The Heart of an Orphan. You should go and check The Heart of an Orphan, by the way. Yes. It's a nice book. It's a book written from my heart. Being an orphan has got effects on ladies and men, and the effects are different. I will talk about ladies because you've brought out the point of a lady, and this is it. Ladies are very sensitive,
Really?
and they want to be loved, and they want to love. And so the moment they feel like this place is not safe, they always want to run to a place they feel it's safe. It does not mean that the place is safe. They feel it's safe. And one thing I can assure you, that if you are talking to that lady, I'm very sure she will go back. I can assure you of that. Because outside there, nikubaya. This lady lacked love. And she's looking for love. She's looking up for a place where she feels she's accepted and she's loved. And that feeling gets into the heart of every orphan. I felt it too. The good thing is that I had inspiration before, and so despite what I felt, I chose to persevere and to stay. So let's talk about ladies who are orphans. I have seen in my life here, on the few times I've been here, many ladies who are orphans get married early. Many orphans who don't have, they may either don't have fathers or who have had abusive backgrounds, they end up getting, or they end up being people who are so much into relationships. Yeah. They can't go without dating because there is something they lacked. There was a day I was arguing with my friend, and I was telling them this, that being an orphan, there is a hole in your heart, and this hole is called family. So as an orphan, you are always sensitive to anything that represents family to you. So anything that comes in the image of family, you get attracted to it. The same way when a lady lacks a father, and a manly figure, at a date too, she will just date because it is a hole that's in their heart. And so when a lady sees, many times when we talk about family, it's about a father, a mother, and children. And so this lady sees a man who loves her. Let's say the man loves her. I don't know. The lady will automatically feel like the hole is being filled. Because this man is bringing something that she lacked. TD Jakes inspires me. TD Jakes really brings this out very clearly. But he talks about ladies, and he really inspires me. He says this, that this hole comes in your heart, and anything that represents family, even if it is a bag, you will love that bag. So when this man comes along your way, and this man is a representation of family to you, you want to stay there. You see? And when where you are is abusive, you feel like that's not my family. This is family. And so you go and run there thinking that is family. But as you get there, even families have got its own troubles. Because you always feel like family is paradise. You're like, I need family. Not knowing that family also has its own problems. So when you get to family, you realize, this is not what I expected. I'm like, what? That was home. Now it's when you start feeling, what? That was home. That was home. And when I started, I told you, home is not a place. It's a feeling. So people want to feel home. So that's when the people come back to their senses and they're like, what? Let me go back. Because I thought family was home. Check many men who don't have parents. They have got gangs. It does not have to be a bad gang. They may be doing drugs, but they don't do drugs alone. A person who has parents who does drugs will always do drugs in the house. Like, okay, I come and drink. But a person who lacked parents, they do drugs in group. It has nothing to do with the drugs. It has something to do with the family. People don't drink alone. People don't go to the bar alone. They go. Why? It has nothing to do with the bang. Though I should not use that word. It has nothing to do with the weed. It has something to do with the family. They are looking for family because everyone is sensitive to feeling home. A businessman wants to feel home. A mother wants to feel home. We may brand home differently, but it is something inside us. When your business is making profit, you feel home. And that profit, you term it as home. The feeling of making profit, you term it as home. And such a lady just wanted to feel home. She thinks when she runs away, wherever she runs to, she just wants peace. And she feels that the world outside is giving peace, but the world outside is worse. Sometimes it's worse. And that's when, as you grow, you may not appreciate what you have until you lose it. As time goes by, it will dawn in her that, what? Kumbe huku kulikuwa poa. And so she goes back. I am a Luo, so when I do shans, don't worry. When she goes back, she'll be like, what? I'm so sorry. I didn't know this was home. You feel me? You feel me? So that's how it is for ladies, and that's how it is for men. Yeah.
Wow. So in case you are you are considering like you're feeling that is not the place to be, now you have heard what Nabol has to say about it. You might think it's the best thing to do right now, but trust what he has said.
Yeah.
It is not true. And what he has said about people lacking fathers, especially ladies, looking for family, it's real. It's so real. There are so many things that ladies who have been brought up without fathers consider before dating. About family, actually. For me, one thing I consider is how you are brought up, where you have been brought up.
Yeah.
Because genuinely speaking, I wouldn't want to date a man who has grown up without the father figure, because I have also lacked that, and it would.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know.
It would really, I would want to see how he would bring the children up. Like, I would want him to have that.
Yeah.
To have grown up somewhere where their father was really like present.
Yeah.
And the father was doing what he should do. So for ladies who have grown up without fathers, for me it is a consideration. It is something that it is at the top list, you see. It is at the top of my list that you grow up well, you grow up in a family that is good. You are well raised.
There's still a reason to smile and a reason to be happy. Life, I know it's difficult. Sometimes it's different. Sometimes it's unexpected. But in the end, you need to look for a reason to be happy. And that is what inspired me to write these 2 ebooks. The Heart of an Orphan and May You Be Happy. I think I'll send you a link to get the ebook, and I'll attach the links. I think she'll attach the links to the video, so that if you want, you can get a copy. For the Lipa na M-Pesa guys, don't worry, I got you covered. Yeah, that's just what inspired me to write the ebooks. I want people to feel home, even if they're far from home. I want them to feel loved, even if there is no one loving them. And that's what inspired me to write the ebooks. Yeah.
Wow, that is so great. I feel like doing this, I feel like continuing with this interview, but then we have to cut it short. We thank you so much, Naboth, for honoring the invitation. And people out there, this has inspired me. Like, I have learned a lot of stuff from this, and I hope you have learned. I hope you have been blessed. I hope you have been encouraged. I hope you have that hope. Hold on to that inspiration. Look into it. Like, don't look into the negativity. As much as there is negative flow of things, just hold on to the motivation. Just hold on to the inspiration that you get from people who have stood for you, people who have been there for you. Yes, that has been our session. I hope you are blessed, and keep tuning in. So keep subscribing, keep watching our videos. I hope they are encouraging you, they are giving you hope, and we are set to give more hope, to give more encouragement. Stay tuned, guys. We love you so much.